Hey, good Wednesday to you, April the 8th. I am Aaron Nolan. This is Newsfeed Now. We are here giving you facts. We don't want you to be fearful of what's going on with the coronavirus. COVID-19 is really changing our lives, and it continues to do so every day. We continue to have questions every day is what's going on. It's what's new. So we're going to give you first what's new. 400,000 cases in the United States, 13,000 deaths is what being reported right now. As you take a look at the cases in the United States, the map of the United States, you look first and foremost at New York, 140,000 cases in New York State, 44,000 cases in New Jersey. Other hot spots right now, if you look at this map, Louisiana, 16,000 cases, almost as many as California, with 17,000 cases. But again, the epicenter right now, where things are the hottest, if you will, as far as coronavirus cases, New York, 141,000 cases. 100 American Airlines flight attendants have tested positive for COVID-19. This week, the airline has agreed to start providing face masks for frontline team members. And with more people working from home, technology is now in high demand. We've been talking about this because a lot of people in our line of work in journalism are moving home for the time being in order to stop interaction and stop the spread. And this is happening everywhere. Webcams are the latest hot commodity. Logitech, which dominates webcam sales, is out of every webcam it makes. Side note, I've also heard puzzles are in high demand. In fact, I've looked at a couple of different places who are sold out of puzzles, and Amazon, it would take me a long time to get puzzles. So puzzles and webcams, the latest fad right now is folks looking for things to do. So far, there has not been major outbreaks in rural parts of the country. But lawmakers worry that could happen and rural hospitals could get overwhelmed if that outbreak were to happen there. Here's Joe Khalil with more from Washington, D.C.
Some of my hospitals only have, 40, 50 beds.
Congressman Doug LaMalfa says it wouldn't take many coronavirus cases to overwhelm hospital systems in rural California.
You don't need a very big ripple of the virus coming through a small community to fill that out.
LaMalfa says FEMA provided additional beds, but that doesn't fix the shortage of medical equipment and especially medical professionals in many rural areas.
We have a great amount of medical staff, too. I mean, we haven't had the influx of doctors.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say the shortage of medical supplies and doctors in rural parts of the country was a problem even before the coronavirus outbreak. They say the virus simply put a spotlight on it.
This crisis is a reminder that we should have invested in our public health and our healthcare system decades ago.
Josh Harder says the coronavirus prompted him to push for more telehealth access, tailored for rural areas like his Central Valley district.
But that's a good mechanism for a lot of people across the valley.
Congressman Jim Costa proposed a more long-term fix to promote rural access to care.
But we need to build more medical schools in this country.
Costa says regions with medical schools and doctor training typically attract and retain more doctors.
It's the ability to provide a quick response that is ultimately going to protect the health of individuals.
Costa hopes rural areas get the support from the federal government they need as the battle against the virus continues. In Washington, I'm Joe Khalil.
Oh, thanks. Let's go to Washington now with our friend Jesse Tenura. Jesse, obviously rural areas are a concern, but what I'm starting to sense and what I'm starting to maybe worry a little bit about is that as we are now in what President Trump is saying, the peak time, the next 2 weeks are so important, that people are starting to kind of, I don't want to say lose interest, but kind of fall away from the interest for a moment. And I don't know, are you guys sensing that in Washington, that maybe there is this desensitization of what's happening in our country?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. It's kind of one of those things that, until it hits maybe one of your friends or family members, you may be adhering to the social distancing just because more so you have to. But that's when it really, hits home. And for healthcare workers, too, that are in the thick of it.
Yeah, and I ask you that question because I want to lead into this other question of how important does that make what happens in Washington, D.C., and the fact that our lawmakers are not allowing that social distancing, but really just mental distancing from the task at hand. They've got to continue to focus and continue to make changes for our future.
Right, and we're hearing that even this morning that there could be a plan that Congress passes this week, even with really no one being here. They can do that kind of on a procedural way without dragging everyone back here. And so that's what they're trying to do. I know yesterday you asked me about those the small businesses. We are hearing that that's going to be a main focus. The White House has already been asking for a lot more money just because it's already run out that quickly, just because that many small businesses have been impacted.
Yep. So
we can see that in there. Pelosi and Schumer, they released more of their priorities. Of course, more direct payments are in there as well. We're hearing more about infrastructure and the rural hospital issue that Joe was talking about. That's where the infrastructure could really go hand in hand as well, because then that would also mean more access to broadband, which would mean more access to telehealth, which would kind of ensure that some of those hospitals may not get as overloaded as they could without it.
Jesse, I want to ask you something that I got to be honest with you, I forgot about. What happened in Wisconsin yesterday with the primary?
It looked like it was kind of a mess. That's how people there were characterizing it. People familiar with it were characterizing it. President Trump yesterday in his daily briefing was asked about it, and he didn't have I guess a whole lot to say, just saying, does this come down to you, since people are not social distancing because they have to go out and vote? And he kept putting the blame back on that Democratic governor who we were talking about yesterday. And so, I mean, there was really long lines. People were still trying to exercise their right to vote. A lot of masks being worn, but still there were concerns that, hey, I may eventually contract this virus by just trying to, head to the polls and vote.
All right, Jesse, a little bit of breaking news. Matt, our producer, telling me that Bernie Sanders is going to get out of the race for President of the United States. He tweeted 15 minutes ago that he has got a press conference coming up in about 9 minutes. What does that tell you about this? Now it's Joe Biden versus President Donald Trump in November.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, right? I feel like a lot of people have just kind of pushed that to the sidelines anyway, that there's even a presidential primary in the works. That was the big headlines, the big news, and then all of a sudden coronavirus hits, and that definitely gets pushed, all campaign events too. And so before we saw coronavirus really start outbreaking, the outbreak just hitting everywhere across the country, Bernie Sanders' campaign was already starting to wane a little bit. And so there was already calls then, before the outbreak really happened, for him to step aside and let Biden take on President Trump. And so that just really maybe kind of shows how much this pandemic, too, has been hurting their campaign efforts.
Jesse Tenura, thank you so much. We appreciate you taking that curveball, talking about the presidential election and what we have become a pandemic. Again, the new normal is kind of where we're at, and we're sitting here, and the things that we're doing now, I got to be honest, it's just become normal. I mean, the streets being a little bit empty, we're not coming to work. Actually, I've only been to work about half the time. This morning, I host a morning show, and I was at home doing that. So a lot of different things that are happening, and I don't want to downplay anything that's happening with COVID-19 at all. It's very serious, but we've gotten accustomed to the normal. I mean, that's just what it's become. We're doing things differently now in this country. We're hearing stories from those who have fought the virus and overcome it, and that is great news. In a tearful Facebook Live post, one Alabama man shares his story and warns his family and friends to take COVID-19 seriously. Here is Devin Walsh.
At 35 years old,
I was feeling fine, I was okay, everything was good.
Joshua McConaughey was the picture of health. Life was good, with his gorgeous wife and 3 children by his side. He was one of the last people you would expect to get sick.
I laid down and it got bad. I got to, I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to drink. I didn't want anything, man. I felt bad. It had me where I couldn't breathe.
Coronavirus. McConaughey took to Facebook Live to talk about his horrific battle last month. And
that 5th day, they called me and told me that I had tested positive for the corona. And I'm like, not me. I mean, this got to be a dream, I gave up. I'll be honest with y'all. I gave up, man. I felt like death had knocked on my door. That's just how bad it was.
McConaughey spent nearly a week in bed with his temperature at 103 degrees. His wife Ashley taking care of him.
I got weak. I couldn't do nothing for myself. I couldn't even get in the bathtub. My wife had to help me get in the bathtub. It felt like I had pneumonia, bronchitis, and the flu all at the same time. Is how I felt. It just felt just like that.
And perhaps the worst thing, his children couldn't come near him.
My 1-year-old, he was crying. He was mad at his mom because she wouldn't let him in the room. He just got mad, and she picked him up, and he would look at me. He'll wave. He'll blow kisses, and he just wanted to be with his daddy. And then my 9-year-old, he looked at me, and then he looked at Mom. He said, "Mama, Dad is sick. Dad is really sick."
Even though he was so sick, McConaughey tells us today he's doing well. He just wants others to hear his warnings.
I got on here just to let you guys know that this coronavirus is serious. It's serious. You looking at somebody that has made it. I got on here too because I didn't want nobody, when you see me, don't look at me as a victim that has the disease, because I don't. I beat this. I beat this. I want you guys to know that I beat this. I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
We want more people to be doing good, to be doing great, to beat it. Let's go now live to Mobile, Alabama. Devin, this is obviously an emotional story. What got me is this guy said that it was too tough and he thought death was knocking on his door. He was able to survive this and beat this and be able to get back with his kids. But it's a very sharp story as we continue to look at what the coronavirus is doing to America.
I mean, it really is. And Aaron, especially when you think about the fact that he was only 35 years old, and he just told his story so eloquently that he had heard of the coronavirus, didn't think it would affect him, and literally he was on death's door for an entire week. He lost 30 pounds in 1 week with that 103 fever, just sweating, not eating, not drinking. It was absolutely terrible for him.
When you watch this video, obviously there's a human side of it. We start to thinking about not seeing our children and allowing our children, if we can see them, to see us in that state. I think he put it just like everybody wants to hear it, his son blowing kisses to him.
Oh, I know. Bless his little heart, his 1-year-old and then his 9-year-old saying that daddy was sick. And that's why he went on Facebook Live, because he wanted to put a face to it. He said, we hear about numbers of coronavirus cases, but then when you become a victim, he said, I want to let people know that this is real. You can't get together and have gatherings and go to church and do a lot of the things that apparently people in his community were doing. He wanted to let them know you need to stay home. You need to take those social distancing guidelines seriously.
All right, Devin, thanks so much. We really appreciate you sharing this story. These are the type of stories we need to hear as we continue to battle a pandemic. Thank you, Devin. In Oklahoma, there have been at least 1,500 cases, 67 deaths. And as we hit what leaders are saying could be the peak, doctors in every major medical center are preparing for a surge. But listen to this, hospitals are now sending out a direct warning. Every time you leave your home, you're putting yourself at risk. Here's Allie Meyer.
In Oklahoma, we've heard a lot from the governor's office and City Hall. They recommend staying home. Now, urgent word from the medical community and medical directors at our major hospitals. Those doctors are asking for your help. Stay home, and here's why.
So what people really don't understand is we're essentially food for the virus. Okay, and if we stay at home, it runs out of its food supply. Okay, you take grandma and the kids to Walmart, they just became the new buffet offering for the virus. Okay, so they really have to stay at home. If we're going to stem the tide of this pandemic, we have to starve the virus out, and that's how we do it. We stay at home. We don't let it have another food source.
The novel coronavirus needs us to keep getting together, going shopping together, visiting public places together. We are the fuel for the disease to keep feasting on humanity.
If they want to do one thing, is assume every person they come in contact outside the house they're living in has this disease, and how you would act if you had a potentially fatal illness that was in everybody that you interact with. What would you do?
We know the drill. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, cough into your elbow. We are doing most of these things really well. But doctors say here's what we're not doing well. Staying home.
What we know about COVID-19 is that there are a lot of individuals that can have it that never experience symptoms. And so while they may feel great and are not having any symptoms from COVID-19, they could be actively shedding particles everywhere that they're going and therefore spreading it to other individuals.
No one would get on a cruise ship right now. We know these vessels are a breeding ground for disease. Medical experts say going to the grocery store is like hopping on a cruise ship. Inside, there are infected shoppers. Some of them don't know it yet because they haven't shown any symptoms, but they are walking the aisles, buying essentials, and spreading coronavirus with every trip.
All those people in the store have that risk of being infected. The difference is it's not a ship out at sea, they can't contain it, and those people go to another store and you have another mini cruise ship episode and it just keeps spreading. And that's how we end up with a pandemic.
Take heart, Oklahoma. We'll get through this.
So, Allie, I don't think it's huge changes. I think it's little changes, but we all have to do it.
Our best bet is to hang tight at home so we can outlast this menace before coronavirus claims any more lives.
I think we are lucky in that we don't have the density of population like you have in New York City. So I think there is no question that we can continue to flatten this curve, decrease the burden of the people who do become ill in Oklahoma. But it's going to be us. We absolutely can impact this, but it's going to take all of us.
Outlast it. That's something that I haven't heard yet, and that is something that kind of hit me hard. Allie joins us from Oklahoma City. Outlasting it. And the reason why I think it hit me harder is because I'm juggling with this asymptomatic terminology, right? And it's the people who don't know they have it that can still spread it, but we've got to hold on tight and we've got to continue to do what medical personnel tell us. Is that the kind of thought process you came away with after telling a story like this?
Yeah, this idea that healthy people can be shedding their virus, and they're shedding it all over. I mean, Walmarts are huge stores, and we've seen here in Oklahoma in the last 2 weeks a mad rush on groceries and toilet paper and cleaning items. So everyone's going to the same place. Those super Targets and those large big box stores, they're going for essentials. So they're going for good reason, but it's just a small space to have a whole lot of people in it. And even that 6 feet of social distancing, when people who are unknowingly infected with the virus are shedding that virus on the store shelves and carts and in those places, then it becomes a breeding ground for COVID-19.
Stay home and take heart. I love the image of the little child dancing that you put in there. That is something that's not easy. Parents know this. I know this all too well. But it's something that we just have to do. Was that the message for the medical people that you talked with, those personnel that you talked to? Just hang on tight. It's going to go away.
That humans are food for this virus. I mean, the virus is not like a tick. It's not leaping from animal to animal. We are the transports, and we are the ones allowing this virus to move around our community and continue to feast on members of our community. You know, we heard from several medical directors. We've got 4 major hospitals in the Oklahoma City metro area, and they were dissatisfied with the state response and felt like state leaders weren't doing enough to help people understand this message, that it's not only stay 6 feet apart from people, and it's not only don't go to a restaurant to eat, but really the message is self-isolate, that in the absence of a vaccine, isolation is the vaccine that's going to stop the spread of this virus. I thought they made that message real clear, and it's beginning to sink in for folks here in Oklahoma. We're starting to see more masks in the stores and just fewer people going out. In those early stages, there were a lot of families running errands together, and everyone knows you have to go to the store, but don't take the kids to the store. Don't take grandma to Walmart. Take her list, get her items for her, and send one person to the store to do those essential errands.
Yeah, Allie, I got to thank you for something, for kind of setting my mind straight. I need a piece of technology in order to do my job. I was going to run to Best Buy or Walmart today, and because of you opening my eyes once again, I'm just going to have Amazon, and I'm going to do without it for a couple of days. And I think in the long run, maybe we can get this disease to quit eating on us, as you say.
Yep.
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate you taking the time. Look, I've talked about this. I've had to deal with this just like every parent is having to do with it. Not only am I sitting here hosting this program, I'm also becoming a teacher. It's a new experience and having to learn this new way of life of being a stay-at-home teacher. I'm trying to learn new tricks each and every day and trying to teach myself new plays, if you will, for everyday life. For the First Lady of Tennessee football, she's sharing her quarantine lessons with parents across the country. Here's Jordan Kramer.
I personally did not think I could teach preschool kids, so I'm learning a lot about myself that I really can if I put my mind to it.
Like many parents across the world, Casey Pruitt has found herself serving as the substitute teacher for her sons Flint and Ridge. Having a newborn baby at home, the Pruitts decided to temporarily homeschool their boys while monitoring what had been going on overseas with COVID-19.
I kind of had a little bit of a leg up on some other parents who, all of a sudden, oh, my kids are at home, and they're at home for good.
And now Casey's sharing that knowledge with moms and dads across East Tennessee, showcasing her budget-friendly lessons and projects on her The Football Wife Life Instagram page.
There are so many, Pinterest pages out there where you don't really have to reinvent the wheel. And there are some things that, I've just come up with on my own. Oh, you know what? I have these supplies. What can I make with this?
Each week has a new theme.
So we're learning about the weather right now, and in the weather we're talking about seasons. And so I'm going to kind of bring this a little bit closer. But this painting right here, we just literally used some paints that I had just kind of laying around the house and Q-tips. And we just took the Q-tips and dipped it in the paint and then dipped it onto these trees that I just free-handed.
And all the lessons are saved in the archive section of her Instagram page, where parents can view step-by-step instructions for each project and lesson.
I tell you, these are the supplies you need, this is the step-by-step guide, and I also go through and say, okay, this is how you can make it a little more complicated if you have older kids, and this is how you can make it easier if you have younger kids.
Now, Casey admits it's been a learning lesson while educating her own children, and it's helped her to see her boys and their teachers from a new perspective.
I think that both of my kids, can do the same things, and I'm learning, no, they have a totally different skill set just being 2 years apart. Their skill sets are two totally different things, and so I've definitely appreciated the fact that their teachers identify the crucial skill sets that each age group has, and taking the lessons and really making it specific to those skill sets. That I have a much deeper appreciation for that now.
Let's go live down in Knoxville, Tennessee. Jordan joins us. Jordan, first thing I want to ask you about is the decision by the Pruitts to kind of take the kiddos out of school earlier as this hit, nations across the world, not necessarily the United States, as now many states have decided to end school for the rest of the school year. Why did they make that decision so early?
Right, so Casey just had the couple's third child, a little girl in Shelby Banks, back in January. So they were kind of watching what was going on overseas, and out of precaution for having such a newborn baby and then two young kids at home. And young kids, you never know if they're going to wash their hands for the full 20 seconds as much as you may monitor that or what they're getting their hands into. So they just wanted to keep all of their kids at home where they could watch them and make sure that with a newborn baby at home, they were taking all the added precautions that they could.
All right, before you go, Jordan, I do want to ask you about what you're doing now. I joke a lot with the team that is going to Tokyo for the 2021 Olympics now, that those sports guys, well, they're trying to find things to do. You have found a really cool story about Miss Pruitt. What else are you doing right now amidst COVID-19 and, the lack of sports?
Well, I've been doing as much as I can, and I think that's kind of what every sports reporter is doing right now. The impact that COVID-19 is having on sports, we're still kind of learning about that day by day. And so yesterday I worked on a story with the grounds crew for the Tennessee Smokies, and they're still keeping the field ready as if they're going to play baseball tomorrow. They just don't know. And so stories like that, as much as we can. I know everybody loves sports. Everyone misses sports. I miss sports. And so trying to get that little sports fix into our newscast as much as we can.
Jordan, before you go, this is Masters Week, and I'm a huge Masters fan. Golf is by far my favorite. I was there last year, got to go see Tiger Woods hit golf balls. It's tough for me to think that we're not going to have the Masters until November. What's the one sport you're missing right now more than anything else?
I'm a baseball girl. I grew up in Pittsburgh, and although my Pirates have not been too great as of late, that is just kind of the sport that my family really rallied around. My grandmother is about the biggest Pirates fan I've ever met in my entire life. So I miss her little text telling me about you know, what Starling Marte is doing, or what Andrew McCutcheon, I know they're not on the Pirates anymore, but we kind of had that back and forth. So I really miss that this time of year.
Jordan, good old Rocky Top, thank you so much. Appreciate you taking the time here on Newsfeed Now. Ending this Wednesday on a happy note. Love this story. A little boy in Arkansas is a familiar face after a video capturing his love for his baby sister done went viral. Here's Hillary Hunt with more.
Brooks Williams is quite the charmer. Aww. But it's not just working on me.
You can't get close to anybody at Walmart, but whenever we do go to Walmart, everybody's, hey, we love your video.
The one-year-old with Down syndrome from Marion has captured the hearts of thousands.
No, I can't believe it. We really were shocked. We post stuff of them all the time.
His dad, Logan, sharing this video to his Facebook page when Brooks's new baby sister was brought home from the hospital just a few weeks ago. As you can see, he doesn't want to spend a lot of time away from her. His parents deciding to share this video in hopes of providing a smile they say everyone could really use right now.
Everybody fill up their social media with good things and happy things right now. It would bring a lot of joy to everybody's life, and that's what we're trying to do.
Since his post, it's been shared more than 10,000 times and viewed by more than 200,000 people. And while this family of 8 is happy they can bring a smile to so many faces, they hope Brooks can serve as an important reminder during this COVID-19 outbreak.
He can't afford to get sick. None of us can, but kids like Brooks, we need to try to keep them as safe as we can.
Great story. Hillary joins us now from Little Rock, Arkansas. Hillary, these are the stories that we need to be there for. I'm interested, I know you well, what was your first reaction before you talked to this family, before you knew their story, when you saw this video?
When I saw the video, you know me, I was like, I have to track down this family. And then what were the odds of them being in Arkansas? And I have to give full credit. It was actually my boyfriend who shared it. And he was like, Hillary, come look at how cute this video is. And then I looked and I was like, wait, they have a Southern accent. And then he goes, wait, one of my friends shared them. And I said, I think they're from Arkansas. And then I tracked them down. I was like, everyone has to see this. I mean, you see that kid's reaction to his baby sister, and it just makes you melt, especially during a time like this. You know, you want to fill up, like he said, his dad said, you know, you want to fill up the timelines with happy things right now. And that couldn't have been a happier video.
Well, Hillary, I look at this, and I looked at the hospital pictures. I'm glad in this situation, especially seeing his reaction when he took the baby sister away, that they were able to all get into the hospital to be a part of this birth.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, right now, so many things are changing with COVID-19. That's actually something I'm working on today, is the changes that are coming for the maternity ward. And right now, a lot of people are having to spend that time away when they give birth to their child. So it was a very special moment. He even said that. He's like, I'm glad she came when she did so that we could all be there, because it's definitely a trying time for a lot of families right now.
Hillary, you've been a champion for doing the positive stories, not just during our pandemic, but also throughout the day. This has got to be one for you, though. As you look at these stories of inspiration and what is needed, it's got to rank pretty high for you.
Yeah, this one definitely does. I mean, I definitely have a special place in my heart, you know, for kids with Down syndrome too, especially with someone in my family who has it. So it was just one that I was happy to be able to share that with other people and just, you know, show how truly special those kids are and the pure joy that they can bring to so many. And I think Brooks is a perfect example of that joy that everyone needs right now.
Before you go, this is another story I'm going to show right now of a guy who just turned 20 years old, and he's got a fire truck that is greeting him with a happy birthday. This is another great story that you were able to tell. These, again, are the things that, in my opinion, on social media, we just can't get enough of.
That's true.
Tell me about this story very quickly, about this 20-year-old who had a birthday, who couldn't have a birthday party, but got a fire truck, the bravest of the brave, wishing him a happy birthday.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It was this 20-year-old out of Clinton, Arkansas, and his mom said, you know, he's so used to celebrating his birthday, and she said this year it's really hard to explain to him, he's autistic, why he wasn't going to have a birthday party. So she actually called up on a neighbor who's a firefighter and was like, please, I got to do something for him. He doesn't understand that he's out of his routine right now. So the Clinton Fire Department said, oh, don't worry, we've got this. And I mean, you just, when you show it, you see the pure joy on his face and just like something so small that can really make a difference right now. And he is loving it because he loves fire trucks. But yeah, a very happy birthday to him.
Hillary,
his name is Christian.
Yes, well, Christian, thank you so much for sharing these stories, Hillary. And I will say that birthdays are being forgotten right now. My daughter is praying that the sickness go away so that she can have a party. Her birthday is next week. So
it's a tough time for so many.
No doubt
I know
it is.
you'll
Hillary
make it
Hunt,
special.
thank you so much. We appreciate it. That is our show for this. Make sure you go to all of our stations, follow all of our anchors, our reporters, because look, they're not only going to give you the facts of what's happening with the coronavirus, and they're definitely going to do that, there are going to be some of those inspirations that we need as we continue to hopefully race towards the end of this pandemic. Your next coronavirus update coming up on this website, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. I will see you right back here, 10:30 tomorrow Central Time. Have a good one.